chase those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 24-yard line.
58, 180!
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
20! 52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Catch made right side by Wilson. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Fitzpatrick on target to Wilson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Rodney Gunter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack on first down, Fitzpatrick to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. That is first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Fitzpatrick now, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Mike Fofo. Watch one. Check 4. 22, Jack Palmer. 22, Jack Palmer. 44 is the Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Now he's in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
I'm coming. Hey, Mike 52. Let's go, D. Hey, Mike 52. Yeah. Here we go, D. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Let's go right here now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. They'll run on first down. Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 74 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yeah, let's get 7.
Now Fitzpatrick. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it will bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down now, it's Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one.
PPP.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin first and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. First down, Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
White 80! Watch the pass. Regular. You got to feel it. You got to.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes defense makes a good play, too.
Fitzpatrick. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Drake. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
On first down, Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check three.
On second down, it's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, 5-0.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
From the 16, Murray eluding and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 50.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Tron.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Then a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Johnson. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 27 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throw left side, complete to Isabella. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, but it's going to be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Charlie!
On second down, Fitzpatrick again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. He was looking for Parker that time. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. and I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's equipped himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
From the 41, Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jerome Baker. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, Fitzpatrick. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again here, Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Fitzpatrick. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 58, right there. Mike. In your face. Kill.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Double tight. 4 down, check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the 1st.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Check 59, Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
To throw is Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline.